but at some point in time, the wind will change and he will get hit back, and then the questions will be asked. How well can he take a shot?
He looks like an absolute animal, and the spars were as such. You know, there were two guys going in there and getting at it, and
this is all he needs. I'm gonna tell you right now, if he can catch Tommy slipping, and Eddie moves pretty fast. I'm not saying this is, you know, gonna be the case on fight night, but he catches Johnny a bit by surprise here. Like, Johnny's just kind of walking in range, and he catches him by surprise. Feints the jab, comes upstairs. Good shot.
Boxing insiders are reacting strongly after reports and clips surfaced showing Eddie Hall dropping a sparring partner in brutal fashion. The reaction from experts has been immediate and serious, with many now questioning how dangerous Eddie could be if he carries that same power into a real fight against Tommy Fury inside the ring. Derek Chisora keeps it very real about sparring footage and knockout clips, reminding everyone that training gym success does not always translate into fight night performance. His message is clear that sparring can be misleading, and the real test only comes under pressure when everything is on the line inside a live professional bout.
Learn. So the guy you knocked out in sparring, he's understand, okay, I did this silly move, that's how I got knocked out. So I'm gonna have to stop doing these silly moves so I don't get knocked out. So when people come out and say, oh, I've knocked out in sparring, I stopped doing sparring, but...
Sean Jones breaks down Eddie Hall's early boxing habits and highlights his biggest weapon, which is the right hand. He explains that Eddie will need setup work to land anything clean. At the same time, he warns that Tommy Fury's movement and footwork could make him a very difficult target to pin down in this fight.
Big jab by Eddie, throws Johnny back, nice jab by Johnny, traded jabs. Now that was a nice 1-2 there by Eddie. We all know what Eddie's going to do coming into this fight. He's going to be looking for that big right hand, but he's not going to be able to find it if he throws it naked. He needs to hide it behind that jab, and that's if he can catch Tommy Fury, because Tommy is going to be on his bike in this fight.
Francis Warren highlights how intense Eddie Hall's sparring sessions have looked, describing him as an animal in training. He respects the effort and mentality shown, but still keeps it balanced by acknowledging sparring is not the same as a real fight. The focus remains on how that training will translate once real pressure arrives.
His ability to go in there and believe that he can go and mix it with these guys. It's sparring at the end of the day, you know, but I know for a fact that both guys appreciated each other's work during that time.
The analysis here focuses on how Eddie Hall can become more effective if he uses proper setup and timing rather than raw swings. The key point is that his power is real, even with basic technique. If he improves his foot positioning and disguises his shots better, he becomes far more dangerous in exchanges.
He'd be a lot more dangerous. Step in with the left foot, step with the back foot as well, and then just run that right hand. Was it a feint, or did he just not get there? I mean, either way, make your punches look like feint, because he doesn't really try to land the jab. He's just showing it to him so he can get to the right hand. Bring his feet, and that's a lot.
Tommy Fury speaks with strong belief in his boxing ability and his game plan. He is confident that skill, movement, and ring IQ will decide the outcome. He also points out how elusive opponents in previous fights created different challenges, suggesting Eddie Hall will need to be controlled rather than chased recklessly.
I go in there and expect to box and do the best that I can. And if I do that, I only see it going one way.
Over 100 pounds away.
But don't forget, at the end of the day, I know people say, oh, you couldn't knock KSI out. KSI wouldn't stand and fight. KSI was flapping all over the ring like a bird. He wouldn't stand still.
Tommy Fury directly targets Eddie Hall's perceived weakness, focusing on durability rather than size or strength. He believes boxing is about precision and timing, not muscle mass. His mindset shows confidence in breaking down a bigger opponent by targeting openings and testing how well Eddie can handle clean shots under pressure.
You know, in the ring all the time, but what's different, you know, the muscles can't get on the chin, and I'm looking to find that chin, so we'll see.
Eddie, obviously Calla says at the start there, we know what we're going to expect from you in the ring. I'm hearing from speaking to people in your interviews that may not be the case. Obviously you don't...
Eddie Hearn highlights how serious camp preparation has stepped up, with constant sparring and high-level training partners pushing the fighter every single day. The message is clear that improvement comes from consistency in the gym, not just natural talent. With quality sparring against Fury-style pressure, the learning curve becomes sharper and more realistic for fight night performance.
Was sparring. It was the first time where we consistently had 7 or 8 guys in camp, living in camp, training with him day in, day out. And it made a big difference in the fights. I think he knows that the way that he's going to improve is time in the gym and also the quality of sparring. And of course, Fury would be outstanding work.
Eddie Hall shows a very emotional and personal mindset here, where loyalty clearly drives his actions and attitude. He openly admits that respect and family influence how he reacts to situations. This kind of mentality adds intensity to the build-up because it shows he is not just fighting physically, but also carrying emotional fire into this whole situation.
You know, it's like if someone fell out with my dad, I don't think I could be friends with them. You know, if someone said something bad or fell out with my dad, I'd probably want to hurt them as well. So
Duke McKenzie explains the reality behind sparring sessions and how controlled they can be inside a training camp. He points out that sparring partners often have instructions which limits their aggression and output. This is why sparring knockouts or clips can be misleading when assessing real fight danger, especially in a high-pressure professional boxing environment.
Partners for a reason. When you bring in a sparring partner, they're under orders. And if they're under orders in this particular fight, then these sparring partners have been told under no uncertain terms to go easy. Go through the motions. Don't try.
Simon Jordan keeps it brutally honest about the entertainment value and danger mixed in this matchup. He admits most people would not want to share the ring with an opponent like this due to physical threat. At the same time, he accepts the spectacle side of boxing where drama and danger often come together to attract attention.
Determine it, won't it? If it's a good fun event and you take it for what it is. I mean, I wouldn't want to be in it. You know, I wouldn't be across the ring from this fella. But notwithstanding, I'm quite happy for Tommy Fury to get a punch.
Vidal Riley gives a balanced breakdown of the matchup, recognizing Eddie Hall's size and physical strength while still leaning towards Tommy Fury's boxing advantage. He makes it clear that experience and skill should matter over raw power. However, he also admits the unpredictability factor, which is exactly why this fight has created so much interest and debate.
I mean, Eddie, when I sparred Eddie, he was 140 kg. I don't know how much he's gonna have to be for Tommy, but Tommy should win, innit? Like, should win. But Eddie Hall, who knows? Who knows? It makes sense for Tommy, innit? It's a good fight.
Frank Warren focuses on the business and opportunity side of this fight, making it clear that the event is massive both financially and in terms of exposure. He acknowledges the danger of boxing, but also highlights how carefully matched opportunities can elevate a fighter's career. The fight is not just sport, it is a high-stakes commercial moment that benefits both sides in different ways.
It's grabbed everybody's attention for various reasons. And they're getting, I mean, Tommy's getting life-changing money. And, you know, how can you, I can't knock that. You know, you're in the ring, it's a dangerous place to be. And, you know, my job is if I see a fight that I feel he can win and I'll put him into it, then I'll do that. And it gets him, you know, gets him further up the ladder. Not only do I think he can win it, I think, you know, obviously you know, this is a high-profile fight, but he's getting a truckload of money for it. So, you know, it ticks all the boxes.
Tom Aspinall gives a very honest breakdown of both fighters, showing respect on both sides. He clearly leans towards Tommy Fury's boxing background, but does not completely rule out Eddie Hall's punching power. The key theme here is unpredictability, where one clean shot could change everything, while technical boxing could dominate if the fight stays controlled and tactical.
Interesting fight. Tommy is obviously a boxer. Eddie can fight as well, though, to be fair. So, yeah.
You've trained with both of them, though.
I've trained with both of them.
What's the skills? What's the breakdown for this one?
Tommy's been boxing all his life, so you would think that the edge should go to Tommy, but Eddie can actually genuinely fight. So
the breakdown here is very detailed, pointing out the technical gap between both fighters. Eddie Hall's strengths are clearly his raw power and athletic explosiveness, but his boxing fundamentals are still developing. The analysis suggests Tommy Fury should be able to control the fight if he maintains discipline and avoids early pressure, using experience to neutralize danger.
Going to take it seriously. Now, I expect Tommy to pretty much do what he wants with him if he can get, Eddie to relax a little bit after the first, second, and maybe third round. Because as big as Eddie is and as athletic as he is, he can't box very much. He's not a great boxer. He swings for the bleachers. He's got great power, obviously, and he's a good athlete. Like, he's a really good quick-twitch athlete. But even in the Hafthor Bjornsson fight, I can't even believe we're referencing this in terms of a Tommy Fury fight, but even in that fight, I know Eddie had like one arm because he had a shoulder messed up, but Thor outboxed him and stuck a left hand on him. He was the southpaw. It was tricky, but hey, listen, and Tommy is not like a high-level operator, but he better be high-level.
This technical breakdown focuses on a simple but effective game plan for Eddie Hall. It highlights that basics will be crucial rather than complex boxing combinations. The idea is to close distance, control inside exchanges, and use power shots intelligently. If executed properly, even a limited boxer can create danger against a more technical opponent like Tommy Fury by keeping things aggressive and direct.
Yeah, that right there, simple. Simple stuff, right? This guy's gonna walk towards you, look, breaks the guard with the right hand, sneaks the jab in behind it. That's perfect. You don't need anything else. Basics. The basics is what Eddie should do in this fight. He should cover up when things get a little hairy, tie Tommy up if they get in close, and then break that tie, maybe uppercut, hooks inside, everything to the body, slow Tommy down a bit. And then when you're at range, it's jab, get underneath Tommy's jab, massive right hand. You get a little closer, you want to throw your hooks, fine. But it should be jab overhand, jab straight right hand.
This fight now feels like it is building towards something far bigger than just a normal crossover bout. On one side, you have Tommy Fury with full boxing pedigree, timing, movement, and ring IQ that has been developed since childhood. On the other side, you have Eddie Hall, a man with sheer physical strength, heavy pressure style, and the kind of one-shot power that can change everything in a single exchange. The real question is whether skill can survive pure force when emotions are this high and the pressure of the moment hits in real time. If Tommy Fury wins, it reinforces the idea that technique and discipline will always overcome size and strength in boxing. But if Eddie Hall lands clean and shocks the world, it becomes one of the biggest crossover upsets ever seen and completely changes how people view these matchups. Mentally, Tommy Fury looks more composed, but Eddie Hall carries raw hunger and emotional drive that makes him dangerous at any moment. This is why fans are so divided, because both paths to victory feel realistic in different ways. Now I want to know your opinion, so drop your prediction in the comments and tell us who you think walks out of this fight as the real winner and why.